Landscape. Alert. Important. OK. OK. Button. Cancel. Button. Voice.
There we go. Now I should have microphone access. It didn't want to work for me here. Give me 1 second here. Should have microphone now. Just doing an audio test. There we go. Now I should have microphone access. Alright, we're good now. Sorry for the noise. Just getting my microphone set up. Alrighty, folks. Sorry about the delay on the audio here. Microphone was being stupid. As you guys can see, we do have a tornado warning now for Pennsylvania, as well as we have tornado warnings all the way out here by Chicago, Illinois. Now, they have taken off the warning that was here around the Chicago metro area, as a large confirmed tornado was on the ground. It has now since dissipated, I'm assuming, due to them taking the warning off. That was actually a PD, a particularly dangerous situation warning. And then we have these two warnings currently in Illinois still ongoing, with a tornado report in the Bloomingdale area. Stuff at the moment, as this is kind of like random. Kind of didn't expect this to occur today. So the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for the Jefferson County area. and as you guys can see, it is heading towards the Brockway area. So, Brockway area, if you are in this vicinity here, they just dropped the warning. So as I was talking, they have dropped the warning. As you guys can see here, not much rotation showing up as previously, as it did previously. So, but still, if you are in Brockway, just take your protective measures now, just in case. Even though you are not in a tornado warning, this could also just regen by itself. So once again, if you are in the Brockway area, I suggest that you would just take cover now, just to be safe. This was training from the Brookville area, heading kind of east-northeast. So if you are in, I'd say, Falls Creek, Brockway, or Treasure Lake, I would just take your protective measures now, just in case, and wait for this to pass over top of y'all. Even though there's no warning on it currently, it could definitely redo what it just did around the Brookville area. We had pretty tight rotation from Brookville over towards Warsaw and just south of there as well. But it did have a deviate motion, a deviate north motion, as some do, heading towards, like I said, Brockway, Treasure Lake, Falls Creek, in that vicinity. So if you are in this vicinity here, I would take your protective measures just to be safe. They've taken the tornado warning off of this area now. As I mentioned, as I was talking, they took the warning right off. But there is just a little bit of rotation there. Nothing as previously. But still, just be safe and go to your lowest interior floor or most interior room, just to be safe there until this passes over. Pennsylvania tends to get these little 3-minute, 4-minute tornadoes. It's pretty common. But like I said, there is just a tad bit of rotation there. Nothing on the ground at the moment by the looks of things. I mean, they took the tornado warning, so there shouldn't be too much motion. Cause a tornado at the moment. Earlier, definitely could have been a tornado there. And this tends to be a hot zone for tornadic activity. This little box here. I'm pretty sure it's just because of orthographic lifting that occurs with the hills. Like people say, tornadoes can't go over hills. Well, that's not true. Orthographic lifting can occur and cause tornadoes to really ramp up or form just based off of orthographic stuff, topography. So, I mean, we saw it in Warren, Pennsylvania, 3 years ago, 4 years ago now. It literally went right over the hillside and destroyed a big lumber building and a few houses. So, hills do not stop tornadoes, folks. But if you're just now joining, like I said previously to some people that have just now joined, the tornado warning for the Brockway, Brookville, Falls Creek, Treasure Lake area has been expired. They did not, did not extend the warning out. It only went to right around this area, but they have since taken that warning off. And it was just because of this little vicinity here, right near Brookville. There was some rotation indicated and possibly tornado on the ground. But that has now since expired. No tornado on the ground, but I will be monitoring that very closely, as it did have a pretty deviate north motion to it. I'm just going to continue to watch that, and so will the National Weather Service as well. So I will keep this up for now. I might become a little bit silent. But as we are waiting, how about this? As we are waiting, this is what goes on with our little storm here. Let's go over to Illinois. Check this out. I'll be monitoring our Pennsylvania, our amazing Pennsylvania weather here for a little while. To Illinois, check this out here. See, as you guys can see here, this is kind of what we saw here in Pennsylvania just not too long ago when they put the warning out. But they let the warning expire in Pennsylvania. Currently, here in Illinois, there's a tornado warning issued for northeastern DuPage County in northeastern Illinois, northwestern Cook County in Illinois, and at 6:51 p.m., tornado or a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Shamsburg and Glendale Heights, moving miles an hour. This was a radar indicated tornado. There was reports coming across this area for a large destructive tornado on the ground and debris lofting in the air. Now that was earlier around around 7:48. So roughly 13 minutes ago, as the warning has now also been expanded for Illinois. Now, folks, if you're just now joining, we are talking about Illinois currently. I am still monitoring the Pennsylvania ordeal. Nothing so far. As I said earlier, the tornado warning now has expired for Pennsylvania. So we are currently looking into the Illinois stuff. And like I said, this warning here was expanded towards the edge of the lake. And we will read this here. So northeastern Cook County in northeastern Illinois at 6:59. There was a possible tornado located along the line standing from Des Plaines and Villa Park, moving east at 35 miles an hour. This storm does have a history of producing tornadoes. This is currently radar indicated, no confirmation on the ground at the moment, but there was enough rotation in the radar to show that there could be a possible tornado. So if you're near Park Ridge, Niles, Morton Grove, you guys are up next. Rosemont, it's literally right on top of y'all. But these are the areas you need to be watching for, including Lincolnwood, Suki. I don't feel bad for not pronouncing that properly. Gulf, Evanston. You guys need to be ready. This general vicinity here, if you are in the warning, take your protective measures now. Go to the most interior room of a building or the lowest floor of the building and take cover away from windows. Grab a pillow if you can. Grab some sneakers just in case any glass gets broken and you need to exit the building. You don't get glass all over your feet, nails, etc. So take cover now if you're in this vicinity here or in the warning in Illinois. Now we'll head back over to Pennsylvania just to check on that. Currently still nothing on radar for warning wise. As you guys can see, nothing really too much on radar. But that general vicinity, just take cover. Even though there is no warning, it could be a strong storm still. There is no warnings, no severe thunderstorm warnings. But there was previously, a tornado warning on this when it was over here due west near Brookville. So, like I said, if you are in Brockway, Treasure Lake, Falls Creek, possibly even a little bit of DuBois, maybe take cover just in case, or stay close to your coverage area. That way you know if you need to go, you can get there very quickly. But Brockway currently is in my scope, and Treasure Lake. Just be mindful, watch for your National Weather Service warnings. If they do issue a tornado warning, just take cover if you can. I'm still monitoring this just in case it does revamp back up. But I'm thinking that it might have been just a quick little spin up due to orthographic lift, maybe. Not sure it was a confirmed tornado or not. On the ground, it was radar indicated rotation. So even if there is no tornado on the ground, radar still sees, and the National Weather Service still sees that rotation that could possibly be a tornado. But there was nothing confirmed. Obviously, it's kind of in a rural area. So unless there's lots of damage there, there may have not been a tornado. It may have just been trying to form a tornado. But I'm currently watching this motion here, as you guys can see. Just kind of watching. There's not much rotation showing up on radar, though. It's more, wind-wise right now. But this does have a history of a tornado warning, so we're going to monitor this storm very closely, just to make sure it doesn't, start up another tornado warning. But I will continue monitoring the Pennsylvania ordeal since I have lots of followers in Pennsylvania. No tornado warning active at the moment, though, folks. No tornado warning active at the moment. It has since expired. If anybody has any damage, please report it to your local National Weather Service. I believe that Brookville, if you live in Brookville and you have damage, send it to the Pittsburgh National Weather Service. The Pittsburgh National Weather Service. I'm not sure. There's a fine line between State College and Pittsburgh. Now, if you accidentally send it to State College, they'll direct it towards the Pittsburgh's office. But please, if you have damage, please report it. There's been way too many possible tornadoes that occurred here in Pennsylvania. People don't report damage, and they will not come up and take a look. But as you guys can see, this is the area that I'm watching. Just making sure. Falls Creek, Sandy, Treasure Lake. Be ready. This is probably going to hit you with some gusty winds, maybe. But like I said, folks, if you're just now joining, and I know I'm repeating this a lot, there is no tornado warning currently issued for this area. There was previously one over here towards Brookville, but not currently anything at the moment. No severe warnings, no tornado warnings. You guys are in the clear at the moment. In that vicinity, you guys are in the clear. But it would not hurt, like I said, to take at least somewhat protective cover just in case something does ramp up before radar or the National Weather Service does catch it. Not saying that there is a tornado on the ground or anything, or a tornado trying to form, but this storm was previously tornado warned. So it doesn't hurt to take protective measures and just find a place for shelter. You don't have to go underground at the moment. Just be near something to take cover in. A sturdy interior room of a building, the lowest floor that you can get to, away from windows and such. Grab your sneakers, not flip-flops, and just be ready just in case. Or a tornado warned, so it doesn't. Hi, Josh. Thanks for joining. He has a question here, folks. Will this weekend before arriving to central Pennsylvania? Well, currently it is weekend. Going into the Brockway Treasure Lake area. Whether or not it could revamp, can't answer that, as parameters really weren't there for today either for tornadic activity. Now there is some tornadic possibilities tomorrow in Pennsylvania, but really today the parameters really weren't there. Like I stated earlier, I think it was more of an orthographic ordeal with orthographic lifting from the mountains that we have here, or the hills. But currently I don't foresee it going tornado warned again, especially into central PA. But we all know how Pennsylvania storms act. It could not, but currently it's very weak. There is slight rotation, but it's very, very weak and broad. So not much there except for some wind at the moment. But if you guys can, please like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you guys are watching on Facebook, please share this. Please share with your friends, your family. Hit the follow button. That way, if it does go tornado warned again, I can at least push it out to everybody once again. If you are watching on Facebook, please hit the follow button. Hit the like, the share, comment if you want. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like, share it if you would like to, and hit the subscribe button. It's much appreciated. Helps this stuff kind of get pushed out more. If there is another tornado warning either today or later down the road when we get into our severe season towards the very last week of July and going in through August. That is Pennsylvania's typical severe season. So if you guys want to be pre-prepared basically in case we do have some severe weather. If I am not chasing and I'm not busy, I try to do live streams like this just to keep everybody up to date to their warnings. Now, like I stated, if I do not go live, please watch your local National Weather Services alerts. They are your best friends. Trust me. Take all warnings seriously at any time. I know we all like the boy who cries wolf at times, but especially in Pennsylvania, you got to take the warnings seriously because they don't just issue them for fun. Pennsylvania's weather, especially tornadic weather, is very difficult to predict. It's very difficult unless the parameters are like all off the charts, and it's very difficult to know whether or not it's coming towards you because a lot of these tornadoes are very quick and they don't last long. Now, we've had tornadoes that have lasted a very long time in the past, but most tornadoes here are very short-lived, and that's just how they are here. But we will keep an eye on that, folks. Still, tornado warning still going on in Illinois currently. Now, Chicago is back. Oops. Try to get the radar back up here. I think that radar is actually down. Is it down still? It is still down. Okay. So that radar near Chicago is down. Let's see if we can get another radar that's going to pick up anything. One second, folks. Alright, so we have two areas here that we were going to watch. If you're in Illinois watching, obviously, like I stated earlier, Lincolnwood, and anybody else. There's really no towns involved here, but there's definitely residents here until the lakefront. The radar images aren't the greatest at the moment. And then here as well, if you are anywhere close by, well, no, I won't show up. It's all residents though. Oak Park and so on into Chicago here. You're going to have to watch as we see some rotation here on radar. It's not the best because the closest radar to here is down at the moment. But this is the general vicinity that you kind of want to watch if you are in those warnings in Illinois. especially this area here. Just north of Oak Park. It's heading east towards the northern portion of the Chicago metro area. Just take cover now, get into your safe spots, and get into the most interior room of a building. Grab your sneakers, grab a pillow, a blanket, etc. Take cover now if you are north of Oak Park and it's trekking east towards the Chicago metro area, northern Chicago metro area. So if you're in that vicinity and you're in the warning, just take cover, be prepared, and there could be something on the ground there. So, and we will check this warning real quick, see what it says. So as you guys can see here, the tornado warnings. Lawndale, Logan Square, East Garfield Park, Chicago Loop, Westtown, Lincoln Park, Lakeview, Bridgeport, Navy Pier, Northerly Island, Northwest Side, and near North Side. That also includes Lincoln Park Zoo, Loyola University, Trenton College, Northeastern Illinois University, Northwestern University, Soldier Field, University of Illinois Chicago, Wrigley Field, the Loop, Museum Campus, and Northerly Island. It's a tornado warning currently, like I said, in Illinois. If you are in the warning areas, just take cover, as this is an extensive line possible of producing tornadoes. Just best to take cover now. Still nothing in here in Pennsylvania after that tornado warning was issued. It has since been able to expire as of earlier, folks. As you guys can see, really nothing going on. I will continue to monitor just in case. But nothing on the ground, no tornado warnings, nothing like that at the moment. DuBois, Treasure Lake, Brockway area, Melissa. There's nothing's warned at the moment. It is since expired. The tornado warning has now expired for the area. I'm actually going to update my posts. I will continue to monitor this, folks. If I need to go live again, I will go live again. Continue to watch this. Keep up to date. Watch your local National Weather Service. This is now getting into the National Weather Service of State College's vicinity. So just keep an eye on it, folks. Keep an eye on your phones. And if I have to go live again, I will. Thanks for joining. Stay tuned just in case. And have a great night, folks.